Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for the week of November 13th to the 19th, 2023. We have the rune Gabo coming out for you, and this is a lovely sign that there's going to be some people in your life who are very generous towards you this week, and that generosity will cause a lot of luck and new opportunities and blessings for you. So definitely, and I'm seeing this as like, this generosity is coming in from unexpected people, such as like co-workers or people you aren't really close friends with. Just weird, strange people, even like your friends, family members. They may be like getting rid of something, and your friend may say like, oh, well, I know this Aries who needs it, and they end up giving you something very valuable for free or a very reduced price, something like that. There is a lot of generosity in the air this week, and it's all headed in your direction, which is amazing. Now, the rune Gabo also asks you to take a look at this time, because the spirit of generosity is in the air. This is a wonderful week for you to examine your own generous nature and ask yourself, are you being too generous to a fault with certain individuals? For example, anyone who enables an addict, that is an example of being way too generous towards people to the point where it is actually detrimental for their health or their health. Or like if you constantly do favors for people, they become very dependent on you, and then it's like, okay, this is not benefiting them anymore. Even in your workplace, like if you're too generous with the amount of work that you give and you're the only one who knows how to do what you're doing, it's not good for the company, because they're becoming very reliant on you, and you may quit one day out of resentment for being overworked and overgiving with no promotions. And the reason why you're not getting a promotion is because you're the only one who knows how to do your job, and you're irreplaceable at your job because you're too generous. So you'll always notice that too in companies. It's always the people who are very average at their job who get the promotions. The hardest working people never get promotions because they're irreplaceable. So Gabo is asking you to take a look at where you're generous in your life. Now, I'm not saying you are overly generous. It's just asking you to examine that. Maybe some of you are very stingy, and that's why luck has a hard time coming into your life. But we definitely see luck coming into your life and gifts coming in from the universe. This could be even like gifts that you have that you can really profit off of, your skills, your talents. You may find a high-paying job with that, or a high-paying career with those skills and talents that are very natural to you. So let's see your oracle. We have feelings coming through this week, Aries. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, dear divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. Guys, I know you guys are going to get so annoyed with me if you're subscribed. I have been nonstop talking about journaling for like months now, but let me tell you, I have never felt my feelings until I started journaling. I started forcing myself to journal like 3 huge pages a day, and I have to sit there with my feelings and my thoughts and really unpack them, because I'm forcing myself to get all these pages filled in. And so I really have to talk about anything and everything that's on my mind, instead of just avoiding it and ignoring it. Like, I might have in the past come into a difficult emotion or some stress, and then I'll notice that I'll start using my phone a lot more, scrolling a lot more, doing things like playing video games a lot more, and letting, important things like laundry and my to-do list fall to the wayside. And so I notice that whenever I'm on my phone a lot more, my to-do list is adding up, there's so much to be cleaned and done around the house. It's usually because there's a feeling there that I'm ignoring within myself. And journaling has completely changed my life, because it forces me to unpack these feelings as they arise day by day. And I sort of caught up energetically with my feelings, and life has been moving a lot faster for me since I started journaling. And I thought it would be the opposite, because it takes like an hour to 2 hours, sometimes even 3 hours, to fill out these journal pages. So I thought I would get so far behind in all my goals and everything because of this, but I haven't. I've actually exceeded so far into the future, like way faster than I would have if I hadn't started journaling. So that just goes to show how important it is to feel your feelings completely and completely unpack them in order to release them and be free. Your message from the moon is new moon, a new start is coming. The new moon is happening on the Sunday before this week starts, the 12th, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this new moon in Scorpio is going to be a big one, a transformational one for sure. A new start is coming. I do really feel new starts coming with this new moon in particular. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I know technically every new moon has this energy of new beginnings, but I really feel it so strongly for this one, for the collective. Like, this is a whole new life path opening up for you guys, okay? So pay attention to what's going on the week before this week begins, this weekend especially, and this week, because any new opportunities that are coming your way, it's just gonna be incredible, okay? It's gonna change your life. So I'm seeing here, some of you may have a work opportunity, a career opportunity to showcase your skills. Or like you may land a client, like a big client, and you do work for them, and what you don't see is that the work that you're doing for them at first may be like just like a little trial in their eyes to see like how you work and what kind of energies you bring to the table, and they may offer you something much more substantial. I know that's very specific, but it may apply to a few of you. Like you're being watched almost for your work and seeing how well you handle situations, and there's definitely people wanting to help you grow or work more with you, which is interesting. Same thing in relationships. You know, right now you may be kind of like being watched or observed by potential partner of yours or your relationship. Like you may be at a stage like right before this new commitment comes in, or this week it is coming in. Around this full moon it may literally be coming in, like a proposal of some sort, an ascension in your love life, an ascension in your career, a career opportunity. Like I really feel like that is the opportunity that's coming through from the universe, the gift coming through from the universe. So very exciting. We're gonna get 6 cards now from the Good Tarot, and we're gonna do 2 rows of 3 cards. First card out for you is the 7 of Fire. Now, this is an interesting card because it shows that you're on unfair footing here. All right, there may be aspects of your life where you're very much not privileged right now. You may be new to a town. You may be not making a lot of money. You may not have had the most amazing upbringing or opportunities that other people have. Some of you may be in a career or workplace where all of your coworkers have these high degrees and you don't have a degree. You know what I mean? It's like you in some way are not as privileged as your competitors or like the people around you. Yet you still are at the top, which is so funny here. You're still at the top and you're defending your position there. You're trying, it feels to me, how do I put this? It feels to me like you're trying not to go back to where you were. Which is good advice that I heard recently, actually. And I was just telling another sign this. I heard someone saying like how I became a millionaire was not by trying to become a millionaire. I made my goal every day not to go back to poverty. And because of that, like they didn't buy luxury cars. They didn't, buy a house they couldn't afford. They bought very simple things and enjoyed the simple pleasures of life and invested their money wisely as to not go back to being in poverty. And that's so backwards from what we teach with the law of attraction, but that is such a good way to think, especially when it comes to money. Because, sometimes when you're striving for a certain lifestyle, if you're striving for a certain look or a certain relationship, or like, how do I even put this? You give yourself these examples that are just so unrealistic, like it just can sometimes do more damage than good. Same thing can resonate for like if you're building your body and you want a certain dream body. Like I can't tell you the amount of people who tell me that like their dream body is like Nicki Minaj, and I'm like, that is the dumbest goal to have in mind. Like Nicki Minaj is beautiful, don't get me wrong, but like her butt is fake. Like if you're going to the gym trying to get that, like you're setting yourself up for misery and failure, because that is not real. So yeah, maybe some of you're actually being asked to reduce your expectations, and weirdly enough, when you reduce your expectations, that's when you see success roll in a lot faster. And I know that sounds so backwards, because we have all these sayings like aim for the moon, and if not, you'll land amongst the stars or whatever. But there's a simplicity that I'm feeling, and this message has been coming in for the collective, not just you. Recently, like these past few days, I've been having this message come up in readings that says, pay attention to the little things in life that matter. Pay attention to, things like asking your coworkers or your boss how they are every morning, or enjoying a fun night in with your friends. You don't need to go out and do all this extravagant stuff. You don't need to drive an expensive BMW. You don't need to go on these elaborate vacations in order to be happy. Like, you can find happiness right where you are if you tell yourself you can. But if you keep associating wealth and happiness and prosperity with all of this stuff outside of you that you don't have access to right now, you're not privileged to have access to right now, I just feel like that's going to, weirdly enough, keep you where you are, because you're always going to be in this energy of striving for something beyond yourself instead of being right here in the present moment and enjoying your life right now for what you got. So I don't know. I got all that from the Seven of Wands, Seven of Fire. Defend your position. You're at the top and you're going places, okay? Second card out for you, if I can pick it up with my nails, is the Four of Earth in reversed. Now, this is a card of saving. So maybe this is a financial message for some of you. This is a card of saving, paying off debts. One thing I want to say here, some of you watching may need to hear this. Pay off your debts before you put yourself into more debt. Okay, some of you may have your eye on an expensive car or house or something, and you still have a ton of student loans or credit card debt, and Spirit is definitely sad. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Like, let me just put that out there. I'm not a financial advisor. However, your reading, Spirit is kind of giving this message here. Like, if you're already enslaved, indebted to someone else, don't put yourself in more debt, okay? Now, think of banks and these financial institutions that you owe debt to, that you have loans out with, as friends. If you have a friend that you owe like $10,000 to, why would you then take out $15,000 more from another friend? View it like that. Now, especially in America, a lot of people are taught like there is such a thing as good debt. But I don't know, Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles coming out in reversed. This is a real message here. Like, keep your emergency fund, okay? Like, keep like couple $1,000 to the side if you can, to pay your bills or, take care of any of emergencies that come through. But beyond that, use your extra money to get yourself out of this hole that you've dug. If you have more debt than money and cash, you are literally, officially, professionally broke. Okay, it doesn't matter what your income is. You could be making $500,000 a year. If you owe more money than you have, you are broke. So stop living like you're rich, because you're not. I don't know who needed to hear that. That's an interesting message. Wow. I don't really do financial readings. I don't like doing financial readings. And a lot of people watching me have various income levels, but that came through very strongly. So I don't know. Some of you needed to hear that. Third card out is the Page of Air, upright, beautiful message of new communication and a brand new start coming in. Okay, I love that. Someone may be giving you news of the gift that they're bringing you. It feels, some of you may be, how do I even put this? It's like a gift that is so big, it'll change your life. Like, and this could be an opportunity. Like, someone wants to sit down and talk with you, or they're giving you the opportunity to talk with them and interview them. I'm also seeing for some of you, this is like the opportunity to showcase your skills, and you hear news back like, hey, I want you to, I don't know, everyone, what you do is different for all of you, but like, for example, if you're an artist, this could be someone saying, hey, I have a gallery and I want you to be in this next exhibit. And it's like an opportunity for you to showcase your skills. That opportunity is priceless, and it may completely change the trajectory of your life and your career. This could also be a new relationship for some of you, someone coming in, wanting a new start with you, wanting some form of commitment with you. How do I put this? I'm an energy reader. I see energy clairvoyantly in my head, so this is going to be complicated to explain. But I feel like there's definitely multiple people coming in wanting some sort of opportunity, new beginning, or commitment with you. But your energy is like almost, I hate to use the word enslaved, but that's what it feels like. Like forcibly having to go and like pay these people back. Like there's some karmic debts here, maybe even literal debts here, that I'm seeing in your energy that you need to pay off. And the more you pay these off, the more these newer opportunities can come closer to you. So yeah, I don't know. I just keep coming back to finances. Like, get your finances in order, man. Like, oh, yes. Second row out for you, fourth card, is the Three of Fire. Wow. Goal acquisition. There is like growth in your career and people recognizing your skills. Some of you may be actually growing a fan base or setting the foundation of your artistic, creative, or professional work up so that you can grow a fan base or even network. Okay, so some of you, I don't know, I'm getting like images of like LinkedIn and having a really great profile and like really networking or going to these networking events. Or if you're an entertainer, a creative of some sort, again, it's like you're actually like establishing a following here. You may be really focusing on social media, and growing a literal audience, growing fans for you. Three of Fire is a lovely card of seeing your goals come true. So we do see growth in your goals. Fifth card out is the Seven of Water. There's a daydreaming element this week. You know, I don't like the Seven of Cups, Seven of Water with the Four of Earth in reversed. You're daydreaming of what life will be like once you have reached all of your goals and you're rich and you're famous or whatever. And it's taking you out of the present moment and keeping you broke, keeping you where you're at. Try to avoid spending money you don't have. Try to avoid situations where like you're trying to get into the feeling. You know, this is where the law of attraction can become toxic for some people. Like you're trying to get into the feeling of something and then you end up spending money that you don't have. And you're just trying to trust the universe, you know, that the money will come back to you. And it's like, no, don't do that. Work with what you've got. Do the most with that. And that is truly living in the present moment. Final card out is the World in reversed. Yeah, this is what I was feeling. Like the World is a card about like a whole new chapter opening up for you and also a lot of eyes on you. This is a card of fame, popularity, and like ending one cycle of your life and beginning a whole new one. But it's coming out in reversed, which shows me there's still some karmic ties to your old self that you're letting go of that you need to figure out. For example, some of you are literally going from rags to riches here. And Spirit's saying like, we're ready to bring in these riches, but like you need to start closing out these old energy ties that are keeping you in the energy of poverty, such as debt. Okay, like focus on getting rid of that. Or like if your new chapter is love and a beautiful romance and family, you know, get rid of these exes over here, these emotional wounds over here. You know, whatever the case may be. I see a total like reinvention of yourself, shedding of the old skin and embracing the new skin. The whole month of November really feels like shedding of the old skin though. Like this process may even take a few months to release those old ties to your past. Actually, I'm seeing this may take several months, yeah, to release ties from your past. Debts, people, like, so Spirit's saying this is a serious new chapter, like with money, fame for some of you. I'm literally seeing fame for some of you. Having an audience, bringing people in, being very high up in like your career, and maybe even having a family or that life that you want, whatever you want, like it's coming in for sure. But Spirit's saying this will be a permanent thing coming into your life, a permanent lifestyle change coming into your life. But we need you to cut the ties to the past in a very literal way, cutting out debt, removing all the old folks from your life who are not good for you anymore. So that's your reading, Aries. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love to hear how these readings resonate for you, so go ahead and comment that for sure. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs this week to get the fullest overview of the week ahead. There's probably a lot more taking place, so check out those signs. And if you want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my Goddess Energy Intention Oil there and my spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.